Sunday, the 20th of August 2023, finding clarity and peace through journaling. Copacabana, Rio de Janeiro, 22 degrees, cool, grey and stormy. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and think it has been helpful. It is Sunday, so it is a lazy day. Yasmin and Nalva are out in Nova Iguazu until at least the end of the day, so I'm free to do whatever I want. So, as usual, I got up early, walked and exercised. The session was tough because I tried new exercises that I had never done before, but it was good. I then go to the Portuguese bakery to write in my journal. I have at least 2, but a maximum of 3 coffees. I cannot remember if I mentioned before that I often write in my journal at the bakery. I usually sit at the same table in front of the main counter. The girls know me, so they automatically bring me a large black coffee without me saying anything. I take out my notebook from my pump bag and begin to write and write and write. I began writing in December of last year, specifically on the 27th. I had never done it before. As a child, we were encouraged to keep a diary at school, but being ignorant, I never thought it was interesting or worthwhile. Now that I'm older and do not have as much time left, I have discovered the true value and power of writing in a journal every day. I am on my 3rd notebook since I began in December, and I'm loving it. Since I started writing, my life has been changing for the better in so many ways. Writing in a journal brings the external of you closer to your internal you. You become more understanding with yourself and the people and situations around you. What I have also noticed is that when we put our things, thoughts, feelings and experiences onto paper, it helps us in so many ways. The power of putting what we feel and think from our minds down through our body to a hand and eventually from pen to paper really helps us and moves our life in so many ways. This is probably one of the best forms of therapy that I can think of, and it is cheap. You only need a notebook and a pen. The only other treatment as good as this is having a dog. When we write about positive things, it helps us appreciate and understand them more. It also allows us to focus on our goals and objectives and find solutions to problems. I have found that by writing, I have been able to resolve complex issues, or the universe has seemed to conspire to provide a solution. Writing has helped me find my path and continue without fear, trusting in my future, fate, and capacity. Even in moments of doubt, I can do what is necessary for my future and myself. Writing about positive things helps us improve ourselves and approach issues in a more positive way. And what about negative things? I have noticed that when I write about negative things from my childhood, living alone in England, problems with my family in the past, it does not matter what. But putting these things down onto paper helps me to come to terms with them. It is as if I am vomiting, putting out all my bad experiences and traumas of my life when I put them down on paper in my journal. When you physically throw up, vomit, etc., you usually feel better after. It is the same when it comes to journaling regularly. When you put your problems onto paper, you feel lighter and not as heavy or bad as before. A load has been taken off your shoulders. Now, you can move on quicker and easier. Your posture is better. You feel taller because you are not carrying the heavy burden of what was tying you down or loading you down. You do not have this load on your back anymore. In some ways, it is a feeling of redemption. A feeling of receiving parts of your life that were either lost or hidden under a pile of bad memories, bad feelings, shame, frustration, and low self-esteem. All this is just from writing about yourself every day. It is pretty impressive, and it is free. That is the point. It is free, and it helps a lot. If you write good things, It helps you to be closer and to achieve those good things. Writing about bad things frees you from those things hurting or haunting you, or trying to put you down and slow you down in your journey. Whether you are writing about good, positive, or bad, negative things, journaling helps you get the best out of yourself and life. I love it and am thankful for doing it for the last 6 months. The only thing I regret is not doing it before, but that is due to my own stupidity and ignorance. After taking a relaxing shower and changing into fresh clothes, I took Perola for a walk in the park, and we both loved it. Later, I had to go to the supermarket to do some shopping. When I returned home, I opened a bottle of wine and relaxed, doing things at my own pace. As I wrote yesterday, it is so good to have time alone to do things the way you want, when you want. It is even better if you are lucky enough to have somebody special who understands and knows when you need your alone time. Nalva and Yasmin arrived home at about 6 p.m. after having a great time in Nova Iguacu, so everything was good. In bed by 10 p.m. Thank you. Thanks for reading this blog post. Please explore my other posts and share your thoughts in the comments section. Richard. Photos by Richard George Photography.